Episode 4, Take 1, Covenant. Since I started the last video by telling you my biggest regret, I might as well also tell you about my biggest fear. And it's a fear that kept me from almost never getting started in the first place. And the wild part is that it wasn't even real. It was all completely made up in my own head. My name is Nolan Matthews. I'm a photographer, director, and pilot based in Utah. After nearly a decade in the corporate world, I walked away to build a life around travel, adventure, and storytelling. This channel is all about the work, the process, and the stories behind it all. I'll never forget the day that I built my first photography website and announced it to the world, which at the time was my whopping 76 Instagram followers. I had cold sweats. I stayed up all night. I rewrote the caption of this announcement post on Instagram maybe 100 times. I couldn't even decide what photo or photos to post to tell everyone that, hey, I launched a website and I'm gonna be a photographer. But finally, with my heart racing and sweaty palms, I hit publish and it was out there in the world. And then guess what happened? Nothing. Crickets. Silence. But eventually, as the post stayed out there in the world, something did happen. Comments, support, encouragement. And I got that from people that would have been the last on the list that I would have expected to hear that from. Not only were people not judging me or confused, they were actually excited for me. And that was not at all the outcome that I was expecting. You see, my biggest fear has always been the fear of being judged and of people rolling their eyes and whispering behind my back. And what I've come to realize is that fear is completely made up. Our brains are wired in this way to protect us. And sometimes they do that by inventing false threats that don't actually exist. Yeah, when you first start something, you're gonna feel scared. You're gonna feel vulnerable. But you're not a mind reader. You don't know how people are gonna react, and you can't control that either way. Most people are so caught up in their own lives and all the complexities that go along with it. Moreover, most people have way more going on in their lives than they care to share with others. They're certainly not sitting around critiquing yours. And the people who do actually care about you, all they really want is to see you succeed. They want to see you be happy. And if there are haters, if they do pop up, just remember, people that are hurt are people that want to hurt others. To be honest though, in my own experience, those people don't really actually exist. And if they do, it certainly hasn't affected my life in any way, shape, or form. Here's the real irony of this whole fear of what others will think. It's that when you finally actually do start to succeed at the thing you were scared to even start in the first place, the same people you feared who would judge you, they're gonna start saying, wow, you're so brave, you're so inspiring, you're so talented. And it's funny how quickly that narrative can shift once you're just purely no longer afraid to fail in public. Think about every successful creator, entrepreneur, artist, athlete who's climbed the ladder and gotten to the top, who we look at now and revere as an inspirational figure. Believe me, they've all felt judged, doubted, maybe people called them crazy, but they kept their heads down and they kept going anyway. So while the road ahead, especially if you're just getting started with something, is long, hard, full of unknowns and probably countless failures, there's one thing that I want you to know for sure. The reward for building something that is truly yours and is true to you and your life is far more powerful than anything anyone else could ever hand you. So please, don't sit there and wait for approval. Don't wait for confidence. Don't wait for people to stop judging you. It's never gonna happen because they're probably not paying that much attention anyway. So put your head down, start building the life that you've dreamed of, because that life is yours and it's no one else's. In the next couple of videos, we're gonna start talking about how you can get started and actionable steps that you can take to actually take this thing, this idea you have, and actually start to turn it into something that could evolve into something you do with your life. But in the meantime, once again, I appreciate you watching this video. Would love it to hear from you guys in the comments, and please subscribe to the channel. See you on the next one.